Well, g'day everyone. Thanks for joining today's tech talk on the Jindalba Boardwalk. We'll look to unpack it in a small 10-minute webinar with plenty of time for questions. Feel free to paste them in the chat as we go through, and we'll address them towards the end. I'm Ryder Morton, and I'm the Business Solutions Manager here at Treadwell, looking after our sorry about that, technical difficulties, but we're back online. So introducing our
Hi everyone. If you can hear me, we are having just a little bit of technical difficulties and we'll be back online in maybe like 30 seconds. Bear with us for a second, please.
G'day everyone, we'll try that again. Apologies on the technical difficulties. We only like technology when it works. All right, so today we'll unpack the Jindalba Boardwalk case study that Treadwell were proud to deliver alongside the Queensland Parks and Wildlife Service. So a bit of an introduction to the project, obviously located in the Daintree rainforest, which is in the wet area tropics heritage zone. Previously, the project involved a timber structure, so reached its end of service life after about 20 years, providing public access through the Daintree National Park, Daintree Rainforest, just alongside the Daintree Discovery Centre. So prior to our engagement in the project, the timber structure was prone to, as can be imagined, the very wet, hot, humid nature of the Daintree rainforest, prone to a lot of timber rotting, stagnant water, meaning a lot of trip and slip hazards were a risk in the asset. We'll jump straight into what FRP is. Sure, a lot of you online are aware of the product. It's a fiberglass reinforced polymer matrix comprising of two raw materials. You have your glass in the product, which is providing its strength and shape to all of the product ranges that we offer in our NatureTREAD solutions. And that is bound together with a resin or a thermoset polymer, which is available in various resins and finishes. We also ensure that all of our products are enhanced with product additives such as UV stabilizers and fire retardants. And they are particularly crucial in environments such as the Jindalba Boardwalk and Daintree rainforest. So the benefits of FRP, and this first one here, corrosion, rust, and rot-proof benefit, was crucial for the Queensland Parks and Wildlife Service in the Jindalba Boardwalk case study. The superior resin system of Treadwell's FRP offers exceptional resistance to the nature of Jindalba, as well as providing a safe anti-slip finish to the boardwalk. Some photos and footage here. Just as we go through this, feel free to paste any questions on the project or our products in the chat, and we'll endeavour to answer them towards the end of the presentation. So Treadwell's scope of works for this project was the design and supply. Following a detailed survey provided by Queensland Parks, we were engaged to detail FRP arrangement and supply materials for a contractor to then install as a separate construction tender. As a snapshot, you can see here, we went right through to the complete issue for construction drawings, following a full layout showcasing the RLs for the ground conditions of the site, through to a full framing layout, grating layout, and all appropriate connection designs. The footing connections were designed by an external party, and these were simply concrete footings, individual concrete pier footings with a stainless steel base plate connection. And that meant that the construction impact to the environment was minimal, given that the individual footings have a very low footprint. A lightweight structure also added to that. Some of the challenges to be addressed in this project, I guess the key driver was the enhancing of durability of the materials. Queensland Parks were maintaining, recoating this structure on a monthly basis, and routine inspections every few months were required to ensure that the product, the timber product, was in safe working conditions. We obviously had to address improvements for safety and accessibility. So providing an anti-slip mini mesh finish to the boardwalk meant that we were compliant with AS 4586, providing a superior P5s and R13 slip rating as opposed to slippery timber planks that were initially installed. To address a streamlined construction restraint that was raised by Queensland Parks prior to the project starting, we worked together with the contractor to ensure that all our materials were supplied at optimized sizes and lengths to minimize any on-site fabrication, to only drilling and bolting / assembling the product together. And this was crucial for such a sensitive environment such as the Daintree. Some of the interesting notes of the Jindalba Boardwalk was that Treadwell was engaged by Queensland Parks and Wildlife Service alongside ZEF Constructions to integrate FRP bridges to replace the previous timber structures. These have been in place for almost 10 years now. So it was pretty awesome to see the integration happen with those 10-year structures, going on from replacing the bridges 10 years ago to now, in the last 12 months, replacing the boardwalk structure as well. Due to the nature of FRP's benefits bolting all together, the interface was relatively seamless, as the FRP bridges did not need to be altered whatsoever. Due to aesthetics reasons, the Queensland Parks team wanted to integrate a timber handrail, and this was done alongside Thurkel Consulting Engineers to ensure that we had a compliant balustrade system that was simply bolted to the outer joists of our FRP boardwalk. Some of the key designs considerations that we had integrated within the Jindalba Boardwalk was the 50-year design life. The product is case proven to hold a 55-year and counting design life, and that was considered the delivery of this boardwalk. As mentioned, we've supplied a FRP mini mesh for the decking of the boardwalk, providing a AS 4586 deck compliant system. When it came to the construction and installation of the system, Queensland Parks set out a separate tender for the construction, a public tender, and Adrian Butcher Building were the successful contractors. We were privileged to work alongside them following the supply, and they completed the construction to a very high standard. Started, as you can see on the bottom right image, a simple chemset anchor base plate to the concrete footing, and an FRP post. Architect's FRP post was slid over the top with 2 bolted connections to affix. Once the bearer heights were set, then all joist and FRP members were laid accordingly, as can be seen on some of those photos. Being in such a remote and logistically challenging environment meant that the crew could hand transport all members in, which is one of the main benefits of FRP in this environment. Small individual concrete footings, as you can be seen on top, middle top, were installed. Happy to share the link of Adrian Butcher Building's construction team following the conclusion of this. But for now, we'll move into any questions on the boardwalk. Feel free to paste them in the chat. Look forward to hearing some. I just got a question come in regarding what level of detail we were engaged for. So, as mentioned earlier, we started with a survey detail provided by Queensland Parks, and Treadwell's construction documentation was then detailed following the RL lines that were provided. Following sign-off of the issue for construction drawing set, we then commenced supply, manufacturing and supply, prefabrication, and the contractor was engaged separately. Also had a question come in regarding leaf litter build-up, and is that an issue given the small grid size? It's a good question. We say a lot of our structures are virtually maintenance-free, and we refer to that as there is still some general cleaning required. So I did manage to speak with the parks team last time I was up there. On a weekly basis, they do blow down the boardwalk, and to overcome that, to ensure that there wasn't any build-up over time and gap that's sticking in between gaps, I guess you could say. The FRP curb rail detail was designed to be elevated using packers at every 1.5 metre interval, allowing leaves to be blown off with ease. Also had a question come in regarding the time frame of the project from original engagement with Queensland Park. So our typical turnarounds for design would be anywhere between 4 to 6 weeks, depending on the nature of the project and the complexities involved, followed by a delivery time frame of 10 weeks for this particular project. The maximum size that we can produce regarding widths and lengths, another good question. So this particular boardwalk was, I believe it was 2 meters wide off the top of my head. However, we can produce structures up to 4 meters wide, considering factors such as number of columns and footing allowances as well. Regarding grating panel sizes, our standard stock length is 1.2 meters wide by 3.6 meters long. However, can be produced in custom sizes if required. Regarding the footing design, we've got a question come in. Treadwell designed the footings. We had a certain level of engagement within this project with the footings. However, the certification did come from a third party. We provided necessary data such as the reaction loads and the likes to ensure that it was certified correctly. Also had a question regarding the section over the river, so the bridge zone, I'm assuming. That is a FRP structure. It was a 15-meter clear span zone. Now we've got two approaches to this, typically utilising a truss style arrangement or alternatively to FRP girders up to the depth of 610 mil deep as two common arrangements. Maximum span for our beams on the walkway has just come through. So we do have a suite of standard designs now. These are commonly spanning up to 5 meters between columns. For the Jindalba Boardwalk, they were spaced at 3 to 4 meters between footings. But with our latest structural mechanical properties, we've actually increased the capacity of the members, taking it up to 5 meters. However, we have gone over and above that in previous projects. Just good question come in, if Treadwell can certify the design and structure, or does it need to be an external party? So we treat that as a case-by-case basis. Our goal is to educate the market, provide as much data and detail as we can to structural engineers to be able to certify the structure themselves. That being said, we do have the ability in-house to certify our structures. We do treat the structures and the footings as separate cases, however. Plenty of questions. It's really good to see. Got a question if the presentation can be shared. Absolutely. We'll make sure that's available, followed by a video link for the construction of the boardwalk. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining. I'll share my details following this and the copy of the presentation, and look forward to hearing some of the projects that team have on the go. Thanks everyone for joining.